You often hear the joy associated with Christmas season. On this day, it was hope. Yes, hope. I was just browsing through this folk store, in a local store, smelling the different candles. The potpourri of their scents brought my memories of past Christmases. I looked across the store, and I saw this woman piling all these beanie babies on the counter. I said to myself, boy, this beanie baby thing is still going strong. I thought it was kind of easy down. I was also thinking how someone could become so interested that they would clear the entire store of beanie babies. This woman knew all their names. She kept rattling them off. I can't remember them now, but she knew every one of them. But she looked up and she said, my favorite is that one up there. That one, Hope. This one right here, Hope. And she went on to say, Hope's my favorite because that's my daughter's name. When my daughter was born, they told her she would only live a few days. And Hope lived a week. And then 4 weeks later, Hope was all black and blue. And the doctors came in and they were really concerned. They didn't know what to do. Then one doctor came in and he said, I think if we switch her off of milk to soybean, we'll see what happens. Well, they tried that. And all of a sudden she started to get stronger. But yet, they still said she was going to be profoundly retarded, never amount to anything in her life. Well, years went by, and yes, they still couldn't, she had trouble communicating, but she was alive, and her mother was there with the support. And through all this, she had enormous doctor bills. But somebody came by and said, don't worry about the doctor bills. We'll take care of that for you. But when you have a chance, you take care of them, somebody else. Well, it was later discovered, about the age of 8, that she was dyslexic. And from that day on, they were able to treat that. And she went on to graduate from high school and college. She wrote songs and poems, and is now a teacher in Virginia. You may ask, well, what's all the beanie babies have to do with this? Well, they kept piling up and piling up. I was sitting across the counter, but I kept getting more entrenched with the story that came closer. And she said, these beanie babies are for my daughter in Virginia. She works in a poor fishing village, and she's giving these beanie babies to all the poor children to make sure that they have a better Christmas. When she was done, the cashier cashed her out. She had spent $685. And after the woman left, I didn't know her name, but it was so intriguing story. She said that she often comes in there and sends gifts to her daughter in Virginia. And she works 2 jobs to support her daughter. The strength and faith of this woman brought love and joy to her daughter, Hope, who now brings joy to many faces that would not otherwise have any hope. Christmas Eve, or 23rd, late 23rd, I got a call. Somebody needed me to put together a video at the last minute. Of all these 400 photographs, I took the job on. And sometimes there's a reason why you do these things. And I kept seeing all these different photos. And what I saw was a father's love for his son. Danny was, I think he was born with CP. And he experienced everything anybody else would. Again, he was told that he wouldn't live more than 2 days. And Danny went on to live till he was 13. He died last year. This is a picture of him. He not only experienced music, he experienced, I saw him at baseball games, I saw his father take him everywhere. And then yesterday morning, I went out, it wasn't a beautiful morning, the snow was all, if you couldn't ask for a perfect Christmas, the last Christmas of the millennium, just snow everywhere. It happened to be in Lyons. I went other places yesterday with no snow, but our snow was perfect. We didn't have to shovel it, just enough to make it beautiful. I walked out the door, and I looked up, and our cat, Butterscotch, jumped in the tree and grabbed a downy woodpecker. So I rushed out, grabbed the downy woodpecker, and brought it back in. And I gave it to my daughter, Colleen. And I said, Colleen, can you take care of this bird? We'll sit down and evolve. Maybe you found a bird, fall in a nest. You put it in a box, and the way it dies. Well, I gave it to Colleen, and that bird clung to her shoulder for over an hour. And then we brought it inside, and she said, Dad, I want to name that bird Hope. And all of a sudden, the bird jumped off. We were sitting around eating our Christmas brunch. The bird jumped off of Colleen into the tree. And it was perfect because it was a natural environment. It was actually feeling like it was outside in the pine trees. And so then we went and got some suet, we hung it in the tree, and the bird jumped around and looked at it, and eventually started tucking away and gathered more strength. Well, then Colleen came rushing over later. She says, Dad, oh no, the cat got the bird. No, the bird jumped up to the window, pecked on the window. My wife opened the window up, and the bird flew out the door, landed on the post, and another downy woodpecker came, and they flew off together. And I'd like to close with a little prayer here. It's about love. I think that's the most important thing. Love is the greatest of all. Life brings us loss and love. We cope with faith and survive on love. Love is the greatest of joys. It brings us hope. It brings us faith. When our days are dark with despair, we may lose our faith and our hope is lost. But love provides us the guiding light, the support from friends, and prayers from the enemy.
Downy woodpecker.
And what's his name?
Hope.
Yeah.
Well, got out of the shower and Butterscotch,
And the red is not blood, but that's his head.
Yep. Some yellow right.
Look at Mommy.
My hair's frozen. It's stiff. See? It's frozen.
Yeah.
It's nice. I'm kind of cold, but...
Taking good care of him, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did he go up there on your shoulder like that by himself?
And then he got on my back.
Did he?
I was trying to get him off my back, but then he fell, so I...
What day is it? What's today?
October 25th.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
The Christmas bird.
Yep.